Hello and welcome to Capco Park here in Mequon. My name's Bill Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. We're about to get underway with first pitch here. Sorry for the delay. We were running a bit late on my side of things, and then we had some technical difficulties on the studio side of things. So a rough start to start off the live stream here. However, I think we should be able to get it going and really bounce back from it. Of course, the Bullfrogs are looking to bounce back as well, as the Bullfrogs come into the game on a 6-game losing streak. They've been swept by the past 3 teams that they have faced off against and come into this game in the second half of the season 0-4. They're the only team in the Northwoods League to yet get a victory in this second half of the year, so they will look to do that tonight against the Lakeshore Chinooks. The Chinooks come into the game splitting their past 2 series, first one against the Rockford Rivets and the second one against the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. Last night, the Lakeshore Chinooks would manage to get a victory. They would beat the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, giving them their 10th loss of the year in a 8-7 game. The Rapids would try to bounce back late in the game as they would score 9 runs in the top of the 9th inning and tie it up, but the Lakeshore Chinooks got a run across in the bottom half of the frame for a walk-off victory. They improved to 20-19 overall and 2-2 on the season. Alonzo Jones digs in for the Bullfrogs and watches a fastball run outside corner for a strike. First pitch of the game finds the lower third, and it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 delivery runs wide, and it's a 1-1 after that one. That one, a breaking ball wide. So 1-1, no outs on the board. Jones digs in. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away left side, 1-2. So we are underway here. We've yet to even give you your starting lineups tonight. The starting pitcher for the Lakeshore Chinooks is Austin Havikoff. He kicks the leg, sends in the 1-2, swing and a miss, and Havikoff grabs a strikeout to start the game. It's a warm, humid day here today. Slight breeze, however. You're sitting out in the stands. It feels pretty nice. Fans lining outside the stadium today to grab their thin bobbleheads that they were giving out. Even when the Bullfrogs showed up an hour and a half before the game, fans were lined up. Riley Smith digs in, the second baseman. Watches the first fastball run high and inside. Havikoff showing his arm here. An 89-mile-per-hour fastball. A 1-0 count, and Riley Smith readjusts his batting helmet and stands back in. Smith managed 2 singles last night for the Bullfrogs. 1-0 pitch, swung on, a blooping little ball out into shallow center, and the shortstop makes the play. It's a pop-up in dead center field. That's so shallow, in fact, that Drake Lubin had no shot of coming in and grabbing that one. The shortstop, Owen Miller, sliding into the outfield grass, manages to put his glove on it and retire the second Bullfrog. That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter in the left fielder tonight for the Frogs in Mikey Falia. The defensive lineup for the Lakeshore Chinooks, Joe Duncan, Drake Lubin, and Caleb Dean are the outfielders. First pitch that Mikey Falia sees is a fastball inside, so it's a 1-0 count. Infield from left to right, Matt Birch, Owen Miller, Matthew Micah, and Daniel DeSimone. 1-0 pitch comes in and hits Mikey Falia, so he continues his plate appearance streak of getting on base. Of course, last night, managed to get on base every single time he came up to bat. Gets hit by a fastball there, and he'll gingerly walk over to first base and now stands on the bag. So that'll bring up the cleanup hitter for the Frogs tonight, Troy Johnston. He's playing right field as well, so putting that number 2 on his back, the left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga. Watches a 91-mile-per-hour fastball run high and wide, 1-0. Falia takes his lead from first. Johnston awaits. Delivery to him. 1-0 pitch runs wide, a 2-0. Staying on deck for the Bullfrogs is Dan Leckie, the third baseman. It'll be his first plate appearance in a Bullfrogs uniform when he comes up. He's making his debut for the Frogs today. Third baseman out of Lafayette College. 2-0 pitch runs outside, another 91-mile-per-hour heater. So a 2-1 count now. 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs looking to get something going early here. Avicos comes set and deals. 2-1 pitch runs high, so a 3-1 count now. 2 outs on the board. We just got underway here in Mequon for this 5 o'clock showdown against the Lakeshore Chinooks. The Bullfrogs are 2-2 against the Chinooks this season. Three-one offering, swing and a miss. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bullfrogs last time facing off against the Chinooks back on June 26 would grab the 4-3 victory. Payoff pitch, swung on, grounded to short, backhanded play, gets by the shortstop. Falia rounding second, he's going to get to third, and so Troy Johnston will get on due to the E6. A hot shot of a ground ball to the shortstop. Owen Miller tries to backhand it there. I think he would have had time to shuffle sidestep one more time and field it regularly, but the backhanded grab at it, he just kind of nabs at the air and the ball gets into the outfield. And just like that, 2 runners on the corners for the Bullfrogs. Falia over at third, getting on due to the hit by pitch, and now Troy Johnston over at first after the E6. Dan Lucky digs in for the first time. Watches a fastball come right across the plate, 92-mile-per-hour cheese. Lecky out of Lafayette College. Watches the 0-1 go by. Check swing, actually made contact with that one, and it goes straight to the first baseman, Daniel DeSimone. He picks it up, goes over, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. Wow. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. The Frogs leave 2 stranded in the first. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
At 24/7 well and pump service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. And a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at Oconto Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The Oconto Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
There is a significant difference between financial advisors. FedEx Wealth Management is the elite, privately held, full-service advisory and wealth management firm with offices throughout Wisconsin.
Hello and welcome back to Mequon, Wisconsin, here on the campus of Concordia University. We're at Capco Park where the Bullfrogs are tied up with the Fish 0-0. The Chinooks come into the contest 2-2 on the second half of the season and 19-18 overall. The Bullfrogs, they are 0-4 on this second half, the only team not to get a win yet, and they are due. Their past 5 games, they have lost with a tying run either on base or at the plate. Michael Boki to get to start for the Bullfrogs today, the right-handed pitcher out of Bethel University. A late addition to this team, he was actually picked up on waivers from the Thunder Bay Border Cats. Frogs have welcomed a plethora of new players this season. In fact, their second shortstop and third baseman all new. First pitch that the leadoff batter for the Chinooks sees goes by for a strike. It's Matthew Micah. He watched it go by, a fastball right over the plate. Bulky rocks back and sends in the 0-1. That's a fastball that's in there. 0-2. Just got underway here for a rare 5:05 start. Bottom of the first inning, tied up 0-0. 0-2 pitch as Michael Bulkey deals in a curveball that runs wide, and it moves the count to 1-2. Michael Bulkey, right-handed pitcher, rocks back and sends in the 1-1, or 1-2 rather, I should say. And it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bullfrogs trying to get things started on the right foot. They've taken a lead in their past 4 games, of course, have dropped all of those. They just can't seem to find the win column. 2-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to Smith at second. A sidearm throw to first is in time, and the first batter is retired. That'll bring up Joe Duncan, the left fielder. Duncan last night for the Lakeshore Chinooks would go 1 for 5 and come around to score in the victory over the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Here at Capco Park in front of a crowd of 1,500. A good crowd again tonight. Some open seats, but for the most part, I mean, it's filled to the brim. 1-0 pitch, swung on, a slow grounder to short. Tecco has it, throw to first, not in time. Tecco had a little bit of trouble getting the ball out of his glove there. Did the right play by attacking the ball into the infield turf, scooped up the ball, and he takes 3 or 4 stutter steps to try to get the ball out of his glove, and by the time he finally gets it over there, Joe Duncan had managed an infield single. So that'll bring up Owen Miller, the shortstop. Miller last night went 1 for 4 and a walk in the win. First pitch he sees, an 83-mile-per-hour fastball that runs wide. And it's a 1-0 count just off the at-bat. Miller stands in, batting righty here, watches the 1-0 find the outside corner. And a 1-1 offering now. Standing on deck for the Chinooks is Nick Gatewood, who was recently named to the All-Star team. Runner off from first, throw down in time. Zach Plunkett throws him down, and the second out is on the board. Joe Duncan takes off trying to get in scoring position for his Chinooks team here in the first inning, but Zach Plunkett would have nothing of it. From the knees even, throws him down there. 2-1 pitch. That one runs wide, and Miller ahead in the count now, 3-1. Miller, the sophomore out of Illinois State. Batting a very impressive .517 coming into the game. Recent addition to this roster for the Chinooks, as he watches the 3-1 come in there for the strike. This is 8th game in a Chinooks jersey. 15 hits in those 7 previous games. That's pretty good. Payoff pitch finds the outside corner, and Michael Bulkey throws in a backwards K to end the first frame. On to the second inning we go. We're all tied up here 0-0. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Donald Ocanto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships. Welcome back to Capco Park here, Nolan Knight, top of the second inning, about to get underway. We're tied up 0-0 here in Mequon. Bullfrogs would leave 2 runners stranded in the first frame, as Dan Leckie, the newcomer to the team, would ground one out over towards the first baseman. Kind of unlucky for me. Checks swing at it, and I think it was a curveball that came so far inside that it actually hit just above the hands of where Leckie holds onto the bat, and kind of landed in foul territory, and he started running over to first, and by then it was way too late. Ben Hart digs in to lead off this second inning for the Bullfrogs. He watches the ball go by low, a 1-0 count. Call steals in the 1-0. That's a fastball in there, 1-1. Your lineup for the Bullfrogs: Alonzo Jones, Riley Smith, Mikey Falia, Troy Johnston, Dan Leckie, Ben Hart. Ben Hart swings at that one, the 1-1 pitch, a fly ball, foul territory, bounces over into the bullpen of the Chinooks and moves the count to 1-2. And then rounding things off in the 7, 8, 9 spots is Willie Bourbon, Zach Plunkett, and newcomer Richie Tecco. 1-2 pitch, swung on. It's a blooper up the middle of the field. Second baseman has it. The throw to first in time. One retired. Ben Hart doesn't get all of that one. Kind of slices it up towards the second base bag. Matthew Micah running forward, grabs it just off of the infield turf. Sidearm toss over to Daniel DeSimone at first is in time, and an out's on the board. Willie Bourbon now digs in, the first baseman out of Northwestern. A 92-mile-per-hour fastball runs low under the zone, 1-0. I'm trying to think of another pitcher that reaching these speeds, and I don't know if I've seen too many this summer. Call showing what he's got here. That one finds the inside corner, and it's a 1-1 count now. The delivery, swing and a miss. Nice change of speeds there from Havicals. That one hitting 80. Bourbon, I think, just got a piece of it. Found it down into the mitt of Dol Porta. 1-2. That's wide. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. The 2-2 delivery. That one skips across home plate and moves it to a full count. 7 pitches thrown. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bourbon stands in, awaits the offering, the delivery to him. Swung on a high pop-up, foul territory, over in front of the dugout of the Bullfrogs, and the third baseman, Matt Birch, is underneath of it for the second out. 2 up, 2 down here. That'll bring up Zach Plunkett, the catcher. Plunkett did not get the start last night behind home plate for the Bullfrogs. However, would be called on to pinch hit in the bottom of the 9th inning with 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on. The Bullfrogs were down by 3 at the time, and so the Bullfrogs call on him to try to tie it up with a homer. He would go down swinging, however. First pitch he sees, swung on, a hot shot of a ground ball to short. The throw to first in time. A hard-hit ground ball to the shortstop. Owen Miller's there to scoop it up, and it's an easy routine play to first. That retires the side. To the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brew Pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half-pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in O'Connell. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The location for information about social
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here on the campus of Concordia University. About to get underway with the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Lakeshore Chinooks will be Nick Gatewood, Daniel DeSimone, and Caleb Dean. Nick Gatewood, the designated hitter for the Lakeshore Chinooks today, recently named to the All-Star team for 2017. Gatewood supporting the blue cleats and the blue shin guard today for the Chinooks, the left-handed hitter. He would have himself a good day the last time the Bullfrogs faced off against the Lakeshore Chinooks. Would manage a home run in the game. Nick Gatewood out of Georgia State, batting .336 on the season, stands in. First pitch to him, fastball in there for a strike. A nice pitch from Bulkey to lead off the inning, 0-1. Gatewood would not have a bad day last night. 3 for 5 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. A 1 pitch to him. That's another fastball, but that time it's inside at the knees of Gatewood for a ball. So that evens the count, 1-1. Gatewood steps out, takes a big swing, and now steps back in. A 1-1 delivery from Bulkey. Another fastball. Swung on, slicing foul ball left side out of the stadium. Over towards the soccer field that lines the baseball field here. And it moves the count in favor of Bulkey, 1-2. Bulkey, the righty, comes set. His second start in a Frogs uniform, 1-2. That one runs wide, now evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Bulkey, the right-handed pitcher out of Bethel, 0-1 on the season. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, grounder up the middle of the field. Smith has it at second. The throw to first in time. 1 down. After the ground out, that'll bring up Daniel DeSimone, the first baseman. Last night, he would be called in to pinch hit, where he went 0 for 1 with his strikeout. DeSimone digs in, the right-handed hitter out of Oklahoma State. First pitch he sees, fastball, that's in there, finds the outside corner. Bulkey, that one hitting 85. The righty rocks back and sends in the 0-1. Breaking ball that misses inside that time. Moves the count 1-1. DeSimone on the season batting .298 for the Chinooks. Bulkey sends in the 1-1 pitch, a fastball right across the plate. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes here in front of a impressive crowd here in Mequon. Sunday afternoon, nice weather. Why would you not come out to the game? 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, popped up, foul territory right side. Tracking over to the bullpen is Bourbon, but he can't make the play. Will slide into towards the dugout. However, unable to make a play as it bounces one time over into the dugout. And the count moves to 1-2. Michael Bulkey, the righty out of Bethel, comes standing set. Now puts the ball in his glove, kicks the leg, and sends in the 1-2. Fastball high and inside, leaning away is DeSimone. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Simone gives a little couple check swings and now stands in. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. He's behind it. The second strikeout of the night for Michael Bulkey. And that'll bring up Caleb Dean, the right fielder. Bulkey getting off to a good start here for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. He has struggled at times when he's on the mound for the Bullfrogs. With that being said, he has pitched some good innings also. Would get the loss in the game against the Dock Spiders as Caleb Dean swings at the first pitch he sees. Ground ball to second. Throw to first in time. Michael Bulkey puts him down in order. That'll do it for the second frame. On to the third inning we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hi folks, this is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
The best strategy employed by Gil, but congratulations to our winner, Ryer, and a reminder.
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here in Mequon on the campus of Concordia University. About to get underway with the third frame here on Decades Day, I think it is. Nonetheless, before the game, there was an expedition match of 1860s baseball. Of course, it's been featured a lot here recently. I feel like I've seen a lot of videos on 1860s baseball here over the past year or so. I don't remember hearing about it too much before, probably about 365 days ago. However, today there was a expedition match going on. Essentially, it was 13 guys who would take their turns swinging the bat around at the 1860s era baseball and all the different rules of back in the day.
Enjoy the game and remember to keep it sing with Silver Spray.
For example, if you touch the ball on a bounce, it would have been an out.
The Milwaukee Braves in 1950.
You could ask the pitcher where you wanted to throw, underhand tosses. It was interesting. Nonetheless, about to get underway with the 30. Tecco swings at one and misses, 0-1. Richie Tecco, the shortstop and the newcomer to the Bullfrogs roster. This is just his fourth game. 0-1 pitch. That one finds the outside corner. 0-1 now. Richie Tecco on the season has one hit. Check swings at that one, just gets a piece of it and fouls it away into the dugout of the Chinooks. And he's down in the count, 0-1. Tecco with one hit and 11 at-bats. Watches the 0-2 run high and a 1-2 count now. Tecco, the 9-hole hitter out of Rider University. Swings at the 1-2 pitch and misses way before it. A nice change up from Havicost. Gets some fooled. One out on the board after the K. Will bring up Alonzo Jones, the center fielder for the Bullfrogs. Jones having a great season for the Frogs, batting .347 on the year. The switch hitter batting lefty here against the right-handed Havicost. His last time up, he would go down swinging. So he digs in for the Frogs and awaits. First pitch to him.
Right. Helps your ERA, helps your whip.
Runs wide, a breaking ball. And so it's a 1-0 count here with an out on the board. Jones awaits the 1-0. Swung on. Found back over towards the dugout of the Bullfrogs that time. 1-1 now. The Lakeshore Chinooks in their blue tops, white pants, and black hats. The Frogs in their alternative jerseys with their gray pants and green socks. The 1-1 pitch. That one runs low, a 2-1 count now. Of course, the alternative jerseys turned away jerseys, as the away jerseys in the clubhouse where the Bullfrogs have yet to be put on, I think they're a bit old. 2-1 pitch runs high and outside, and so a 3-1 count now. Some of them kind of falling apart, and they thought they'd be able to get one more year out of them, but however, the decision was made just to wear the alternatives for the rest of the season. Some people like them, some people can't stand them. I'm personally a fan. 3-1 pitch from Havicost. That one runs down and inside for ball 4, and Alonzo Jones gets on base for the first time tonight. Of course, they were a fan submission from the Boys and Girls Club at the end of the season, they're going to auction them off, and all the proceeds will be going to the Boys and Girls Club. So it's a great cause, no doubt about it. But if you've never seen them before, it's essentially a kind of V look. Everything comes down into a diamond at the belt level, and it's black across the chest and the back, and then a lime green stripe, and then a bright orange stripe. First pitch that Smith sees, shows bunt, pulls it back. It runs high, a 1-0 count. Havakos a little worried about Alonzo Jones. He throws it over to him. Jones slides back in safely. Now takes a lead, and Havakos comes set. The right-handed pitcher stares down Smith. Kicks the leg, sends in the 1-0, finds the inside corner, 1-1. An 89-mile-per-hour dart from Havakos evens the count, 1-1 here. Riley Smith taps home plate a couple of times, now waves his bat around. A 1-1 pitch. Runs low. Catcher Del Porto popped up and faked a snap throw over to first, but Alonzo Jones is not worried about it. He continues his light jog back to the first base bag. Retakes his lead, and Smith awaits. 2-1. Breaking ball inside. Hitters count now for Riley Smith. 3-1. Riley Smith on the day 0 for 1 would pop up to shallow center his first time up, and a good play by the shortstop Owen Miller. He would slide in to make the grab out there past the second base bag. And the 3-1 offering. Fastball inside. The Bullfrogs have their second runner on here with 1 out on the board. Lonzo Jones gets the base on balls, and Riley Smith follows him with it. The Frogs have managed 4 base runners tonight, but have yet to get a hit. It's a hit by pitch to Mikey Falia, and then an E6 to Troy Johnston. And then in this inning, 2 walks. Falia now stands in. He was stranded at third his last time up in the first frame. Falia digs in, the right-handed hitter out of UC Irvine. Havakos comes set, checks Jones at second, who takes a big lead. Offering runs high, and it's a 1-0 count now. Mikey Falia on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game having a good start. Batting .311 in about 15 games played. He's a recent addition to this team also, as about 40 games have been played this season. Alonzo Jones with a big lead. Worried about Havakos. Havakos worried about him. He steps off the mound, and Alonzo Jones skips back to second. So runners take their leads here at first and second with an out on the board. Havakos deals in the 1-0. Swung on, fouled back into the backstop. And the count is even, a 1-1. Mikey Falia, of course, out of UC Irvine, out of Irvine, California, in fact. Currently has a brother who is having a great start to his career in the minors in the Mariners organization. Havakos checks Jones at second. Deals in the 1-1. Breaking ball. That one finds the inside corner, 1-2. Havakos dealing 92-mile-per-hour fastball. That breaking ball that came across 84. Michael Bolke, the starting pitcher for the Frogs, that's his fastest fastball. Havakos comes set again. Stares down Falia. Checks Jones at second. And deals the 1-2. Fastball. Swung on, fouled back. And past the press box here. For a foul. Count will remain a ball and 2 strikes here. Falia trying to stay alive and trying to create a spark for this Bullfrogs offense. He's been on base his past 6 times that he's been up to the plate for the Bullfrogs in the past 2 games. 1-2 pitch to him. Fastball swung on, grounded to third. Throw to second in time. Throw to first, not in time. And it's airmailed all the way over towards the bullpen even, and Alonzo Jones comes across to score. Bullfrogs take a 1-0 lead. Second baseman Matthew Micah's throw from the third baseman Matt Birch was high. So when Micah goes over to step on the second base bag to get the first out, he kind of has to jump to grab it, lands on the second base bag, beating out Smith, who was sliding in. Micah throws to first to try to turn the double play, and it's airmailed way high over towards even close to the bullpen even. It was over near the bleachers, in fact, and Alonzo Jones easily came across to score for the Bullfrogs. They now lead 1-0. Troy Johnson now digs in. The first pitch he sees after the first ball that went by finds the plates for a strike, and so that evens it up here. A ball and a strike with 2 outs on the board. Mikey Falia on base over at first, got on due to the fielder's choice, and then the throwing error would score the run. Runner off from first, throw way off the bag. Mikey Falia slides in safely and manages a stolen base for the Bullfrogs. The pitch that comes across finds the zone. So 1-2 count now with a runner on base. Bullfrogs have a 1-0 lead, yet still don't have a hit. Troy Johnston stands in awaiting. Left-handed batter out of Gonzaga. 1-2 to him. Swung on, fouled back left side into the backstop. Count will remain a ball and 2 strikes here. Troy Johnston just finished up his freshman campaign at Gonzaga, where he would be very successful. Would have had .323 for 30 hits, 3 home runs, and 17 RBI. 1-2. Swung on. Line drive right field. That's going to drop fair. They're going to wave in Falia. He's rounding third and is going to come around to score. It's an RBI single for Troy Johnston. Bullfrogs take a 2-0 lead. Mikey Falia comes around to score, continuing his good play for the Bullfrogs. Last night was the Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine Player of the Game for his 3-for-3 day, and was walked twice. So far today, he is 0 for 1, but got on due to the fielder's choice, would steal a base, and then came around to score. Dan Leckie will now dig in, the third baseman for the Bullfrogs today. Leckie out of Lafayette College. Right-handed pitcher, just finished up his sophomore season. This is second at-bat in a Frogs uniform. His first one, he would check swing, a little grounder into the infield. It was an easy out for the Chinooks. But really an unfortunate play for your first at-bat. He didn't want to swing. He was almost defensive not to get hit by the ball. And sure enough, it ended in play. As a 1-1 count now with a runner at first. The delivery swung on, and there's a base hit for Dan Leckie. It's a line drive over the head of the second baseman, Owen Miller, and it drops fair out into left field. The second hit of the game for the Bullfrogs. Bullfrogs string together a couple of hits here in the top of the third inning after Troy Johnson manages the RBI single. And now he stands over at second as he's moved over by the single from Dan Leckie. That'll bring up Ben Hart. Hart's last time would ground out to second. The right-handed hitter out of Oakland stands in. First pitch he sees. Breaking ball finds the outside lower portion. 0-1. 1-0 rather. Oh, no, excuse me. 0-1. There's still 2 outs on the boards here. Bullfrogs have scored both their runs with 2 outs on the board. 0-1 pitch. Fastball wide. 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. 2 outs on the board. Troy Johnston takes his lead at second. Dan Leckie takes his lead from first. 1-1 pitch, so one gone and missed. Ben Hart gets underneath that one. A nice pitch from Havicals, and he's down the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. Ben Hart out of Oakland University, just finished up his redshirt junior year. Havicals checks Johnson twice, had second and deals in the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. Ben Hart stays alive. Chris Saber over on the third base side, showing his signs to his players here tonight. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. The third strikeout of the day for Austin Havacost leaves 2 runners stranded. But the Bullfrogs get 2 runs across and take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. To the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here on the campus of Concordia University. Nolan Knight here, voice of the Bullfrogs, bottom of the 3rd inning, about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead over the Lakeshore Chinooks. The Chinooks on the day have managed 1 hit, and the Bullfrogs grabbed 2 in the top half of this 3rd inning. We're here in the bottom half, and due up for the Lakeshore Chinooks will be Tim Del Porto, Matt Birch, and Drake Lubin. Michael Bolke with 2 strikeouts and 6 batters faced. He rocks back and sends in the first pitch. Swung on, line drive, right field, drops fair. That's into right field, and it's the second base hit of the day for the Lakeshore Chinooks. And a runner on first in Tim Del Porto. Second baseman Riley Smith for the Bullfrogs leaping in the air there to try to get his mitt on it. However, I think it even nipped off the very edge of his glove there, and it fell in fair territory out there in right field. And so it's a 1-pitch hit for the catcher in Del Porto. Matt Birch, the third baseman, now digs in, watches one go by for a ball. 1-0 pitch to him. Swung on, well hit ground to right side that gets into right field. And it's 2 hits in a row now to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Lakeshore Chinooks. A liner into right and a grounder into right for the Chinooks. Tim Del Porto at second now, and Matt Birch at first. Lubin, the center fielder. Drake Lubin on the season for the Lakeshore Chinooks, batting .309, but finds himself in the 9-hole tonight. Right-handed hitter awaits. Bolke throws to him. It's a ball that runs high, 1-0. Drake Lubin showed bunt but pulled it away. Once he saw that it was high, Lubin out of Eastern Michigan. Sophomore center fielder digs in and awaits the offering. Time is called by Plunkett to throw some new signs up to Bolke, who's out on the mound. Now comes set. Bolke checks the runner at second and deals in the 1-0. Swung on, ground ball to second. Underhand toss to short in time. Throw to first, also in time. A well-executed 4-6-3 double play there for the Bullfrogs. We'll bring up the new batter, Matthew Micah. Back up to the top of the lineup. Micah would pop up to second base his last time up. It's enough to move the runner over to third. And Tim Del Porto. First pitch into Micah. 84-mile-per-hour fastball high. 1-0. That duo of second base and shortstop for the Bullfrogs this season looking good so far. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled away. And by this season, I mean second half of the season. as Riley Smith and Richie Tecco combined for just 15 games played altogether. Tecco with 3 and Smith with 10. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1 now. It's a slow grounder to Smith, an underhand toss to Tecco, and a rocket to first that gets the double play. Matthew Micah stands in with a 2-1 count. Bulkey delivers. Swung on, fly ball into right center field. Tracking back is Troy Johnston at the warning track, makes the grab. That retires the side. Troy Johnston covering a lot of ground out there in right field. A good play by the right fielder. That will do it for the third frame. Bullfrogs take a 2-0 lead and leave one stranded over at third here in the bottom half of the third. On to the fourth we go. Frogs lead 2-0. Stream on Bullfrogs Radio Network.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here in Mequon. We're on the campus of Concordia University, where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead over the Lakeshore Chinooks. Due out for the Frogs here in the fourth inning will be Willie Bourbon, Zach Plunkett, and Richie Tecco. Back in the second inning, Willie Bourbon, he would pop up to the third baseman out in foul territory. Bourbon supporting some new gear. We'll see if it has any effect on his play. Last night for the Bullfrogs, it did, as he managed a multi-hit day for the Frogs. One of his lone multi-hits days in a Bullfrogs uniform, as he has had his struggles at the plate. Watches the fastball run low and inside for a strike, 0-1. Of course, the new gear is a new number 6 jersey and some white batting gloves now instead of the Northwestern purple ones. Watches another one go by, however, for a strike, and it's an 0-2 count now. Willie Bourbon was wearing that number 38, but has changed to 6 now. Of course, Andy Archer's new uniform, old uniform. 0-2 pitch, swung on, grounded right back to Havocost, and a throw to first retires the first batter. Willie Bourbon beat out by 4 or 5 steps. A good play by Austin Havocost, who so far on the night has allowed just 2 hits, but 2 runs have come across. One scores off of a throwing error, and another one scores off of an RBI single from Troy Johnston. 2 errors already on the night for the Lakeshore Chinooks. Bullfrogs, of course, have had their struggles defensively this year, but that karma going on the Chinooks now. 0-1 pitch goes by for a strike, and Plunkett takes a cut at the 0-1, but fouls it back into the backstop. 0-2 now. Zach Plunkett having his hard times at the plate. Batting just 139 on the season. Takes a cut at that one, a slow grounder to third, scoops it up, throw to first in time, beats Plunkett by 3 steps. So 2 up, 2 down here, and they'll bring up a 9-hole hitter, Richie Tecco. Tecco in 12 at-bats has just 1 hit. This is just his 4th game played. It's his first road game, notably, as he would play in the first game of that 3-game homestand against the Bullfrogs going for, but didn't manage an RBI in it. First pitch he sees from Havikos is a fastball that runs low, 1-0. Richie Tecco out of Rider University takes a cut at the 1-0. Fouls it away right side, 1-1. Last night, managed his first hit in a Frogs uniform. Going 1 for 4, was robbed of a multi-hit day as the 1-1 pitch comes across for a strike right across Broadway. A nice breaking ball from Havikos moves the count to 1-2 as he would hit a blooper into shallow center, and the center fielder for the Rockford Rivets would make a diving effort at it. 1-2 pitch swung on, slow, grounded to short, and the play is made at first. The stretch from DeSimone, and the Frogs go down in order here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll come back with the bottom half after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town. Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Mequon, Wisconsin, here on the campus of Concordia University. About a 2-hour drive from Green Bay, not the worst road trip in the world by any means. And a nice 5 o'clock showdown on this Sunday afternoon will mean that the Frogs will get back a little bit earlier than normal. So they'll get some sleep before they face off against the Lakeshore Chinooks tomorrow at 6:35. Michael Blokey, the right-handed pitcher, out on the mound for the Bullfrogs so far on the day, has allowed 3 hits and no runs. Blokey in the contest has managed to dice up 2 Ks, a backwards strikeout to Owen Miller, and he struck out Daniel DeSimone as well in the second. Due up here in this 4th inning for the Chinooks will be Joe Duncan, the left fielder. Duncan would get a base hit back in that 1st inning, but would be caught stealing. Duncan, the left fielder, digs in now for Lakeshore Chinooks, the right-handed hitter. Supporting the black socks and the black cleats as well. Kind of a slick look, I like it. As the Lakeshore Chinooks colors are accented in black. One of the better color combinations in the league, if you ask me. Duncan batting .281 on the season, watches a fastball find the outside corner, 0-1. Michael has been in command out on the mound so far tonight. We'll see if he can keep it up. 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball that runs inside, 1-1. Duncan thought that was coming straight at him. He ducked away at it, but the breaking ball nearly actually get to the strike zone. 1-1 count. Pitch comes across right across Broadway. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Green Bay Bullfrogs on the second half of the season, 0-4. Looking for their first win here in the second half. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses inside, evens the count 2-2. And of course, Bullfrogs have been in their fair share of lopsided games, but they've been in all of the games the past 5 games or so. 2-2 pitch comes across. Bring him up, a backwards K for Michael Blokey. It's a curveball that just breaks back inside, hitting the inside black. Duncan can't believe it. He goes down looking, and it's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Michael Blokey. Owen Miller, the shortstop, will dig in. He struck out looking his last time up. Right-handed batter stands in. Delivery to him. That one finds the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Miller on the season batting .517 coming into the game. Of course, just 7 games played. In those 7, he's managed a very impressive 15 hits. 0-2 pitch comes across wide. As Miller gets one back, a 1-2 count now. Nick Gatewood, the all-star for the Chinooks, stands on deck. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball at the middle of the field, base hit. It's not the prettiest of hits. Might have killed a couple of worms along the way, but nonetheless, it's the 4th hit of the day for the Lakeshore Chinooks. So with the runner on, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Nick Gatewood. Gatewood, a catcher for this Lakeshore Chinooks team, has had some good days against the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Managed a home run in the last game. Swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it back. 0-1. Michael Bolke out of Bethel University. This past season for the Royals would be named to the MIAC All-Conference. MIAC, I should say. MIAC All-Conference. Of course, played in 3 games for the Thunder Bay Border Cats on a temporary contract. 1-1 delivery to Gatewood. Fastball wide. 2-1 now. In those 3 games for the Border Cats, he would pitch 11 into 3rd innings, throw 7 Ks, and get a 1-0 record. 2-0 pitch, swung on, well hit line drive right field, but it's foul. Gatewood gets a hold of that one. It's well fouled by about 10 feet or so, but off the bat, it is zooming. And you think that it might drop in fair territory and get to the corner, but it's just foul over towards the bullpen of the Chinooks. Gatewood gets a hold of that one, and it's a base hit to center. Lakeshore Chinooks have strung together 2 now, and runners stand at first and second. Standing at second base is Owen Miller, and Nick Gatewood now stands at first with a single, his first of the day. That'll bring up Daniel DeSimone. DeSimone, his last time up, would go down swinging. Right-handed hitter stands in, awaiting the offering from Bolke. Takes a look at the scoreboard real quick and now stands back in. Bolke, the righty, stares down the runner at second and sends in a breaking ball that runs way inside. 1-0. Daniel DeSimone on the year batting .298. Bolke checks the runner at Miller a couple of times and deals in the 1-0. Fastball wide. So a 2-0 count now for Michael Bolke. An ace this past season for the Bethel University Royals for his 2.57 ERA. 2-0 pitch, swung on, grounded to second base. Underhand toss to short in time. Throw to first. Got him. A double play ends the side. It's a 4-6-3 double play. It's a ground ball to second base where Riley Smith bobbles with it. They kind of struggle with it. And finally gets the ball in his hands. A quick shovel pass to Tecco at short and a throw to first with the stretch by Bourbon grabs the 3rd out. The second double play of the night for the Bullfrogs, and that will do it for the 4th inning. On to the 6th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Frogs lead 2-0.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-52 5555.
Hello and welcome back to Camco Park here on the campus of Concordia University. About to get underway with the 5th inning, where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead. Bullfrogs got out of the 4th inning with a 4-6-3 double play, which included a nice stretch from Willie Bourbon. I mean, Bourbon nearly did the splits there, stretching out for that one. And it retired the side. Due up in the 5th inning for the Bullfrogs will be Alonzo Jones. So we're back up to the top of the lineup for the Bullfrogs. It'll be Alonzo Jones, Riley Smith, and Mikey Falia. Alonzo Jones on the day, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Would strike out in his first at-bat to lead off the game and then got on base due to balls and came around to score off of a throwing error. Watches the first one go by for a ball, so a 1-0 count. The delivery, nice change-up from Havakos, gets Alonzo Jones fooled. Swings in that one away early. By the time it was all the way around his head, that's when the ball came around. 1-1. Fastball inside, a 2-1 count now. We're in the top of the 5th inning where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead. 2-1 pitch. Another fastball. Swung on, grounded to second. Throw to first in time. 1 down. Good play by the second baseman, Matthew Micah. Charging in to the infield grass to grab it in his mitt. Makes the transfer and a sidearm toss. Retires Jones. He's now over 2 on the day.
Second baseman, Riley Smith.
So that'll bring up Riley Smith, the second baseman, who's 0 for 1 on the day. He would get walked his last time up as well, but would get outs on a fielder's choice that was hit by Falia. Riley Smith watches the first one go by for a strike and 0-1 count. Just as a reminder, you can follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. 0-1 pitch finds the inside corner. Riley Smith goes down in the count 0-2 at GB Bullfrogs. Should definitely go check out a video that was posted today where we mic'd up Andy Archer during batting practice. Get a look into what our pitchers talk about while they're shagging fly balls. It's a pretty funny video, I have to admit. You got to go check it out. It's worth the share, worth the like, and worth the retweet. I mean, it's great. Andy Archer and Anthony Eglin discuss facial hair, who the best-looking Bullfrog on the team is. Anthony Eglin went with Brad Hamilton, of course, the All-Star. 0-2 pitch runs wide, 1-2. Archer disagreed with him, though. He said that by far it can't be Brad Hamilton, but Hamilton is the one you take home to your family. Some great stuff. You got to go give it a look. That's on our Facebook page and our Twitter page. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Or no, just got a piece of it. The catcher, Dol Porto, can't believe it. He gives a long look to the umpire. They exchange some words, and he reluctantly throws the ball back to the pitcher, Havakos. So Smith stays alive, fouling one down into the dirt. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Or no, that time Smith stays alive too. Found that one off. Smith is centimeters, millimeters, in fact, of striking out twice now. You gotta hope that he gets a base hit now, just because he's managed to stay in there so long. A 1-2 count now with an out on the board. Delivery. Swung on. That one's popped up foul in front of the press box here, and a barehanded grab. Fan here in an orange hat stands up, reaches over, and snags it with the bare hand. That might be the best ground ball catch I've seen all season. You see some bare-handers off the bounce sometime, but never off the fly. 1-2. That one runs wide, a 2-2 count now. Somebody go buy that guy a hot dog or something. That was great. Mom gives him a big pat on the back. All smiles here. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. There's the strikeout that Havakos was waiting for, as Riley Smith stayed alive there, fouling off 4 pitches in a row.
donate $5 to Habitat for Humanity Ozaki.
And so that'll bring up Mikey Falea with 2 outs on the board. Falea on the day's 0 for 1, but would get on base his past 2 plate appearances. Was hit by a pitch in the first and got on due to the fielder's choices last time up, and came around to score in that as well. Swings at the first pitch he sees, grounded to second. Throw to first is in time, and Havikos puts the Frogs down in order. That'll do it here for the top of the 5th inning. We're coming back with the bottom half after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Thanks so much. All right, Fancy got Eli rolling the cheddar cheese wheel. Abram's going to be rolling provolone, and Nolan G got smoked chef. If you all cheer loud, because there are cheese sticks on the line. Everyone on the first base side, you're going to be cheering for cheddar cheese. Everyone behind home plate, you're cheering for provolone. Everyone on the third base side, you've got whole pizza.
I used to be one of the
All right, so are you ready to roll the wheel? On your mark, get set, roll up.
We are racing with 3 wheels of cheese here at Capco Park. Uh-oh, look out. Caleb Dean almost gets run over by cheese. That would be quite the tasty accident. It's Provolone with the lead right now. The Pony Jackets right there has his Cheddar. Cheddar steals the lead away from Provolone, but forgets the turn and almost runs into the wall. Now Provolone has the momentum, but struggles with the final turn. That allows everybody to catch up. This one could be close. Provolone with the lead, though, and gets that momentum back. Although Provolone is tailing towards the Bullfrogs dugout. Here comes Cheddar by the way. Provolone at the wire. With Cheddar to plants. That was the Cedar Valley Cheese Store Cheese Race. Brought to you by Cedar Valley Cheese Store. Looking for unique cheese and snack ideas? Visit the Cedar
Hello and
Valley
welcome back to Capco Park here on the campus of Concordia University. My name is Bill Knight, bound to get underway with the bottom of the 5th. Due up for the Lakeshore Chinooks will be Caleb Dean, the right fielder. Dean on the day, 0 for 1. He would ground out to second his last time. Michael Bulkey, the right-handed pitcher out of Bethel, stands out there for the Frogs and sends in the first pitch of the bottom half of the game. It's a fastball that runs low below the zone, 1-0. Caleb Dean batting .232 on the season coming into the contest. 1-0 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Evens the count, a ball and a strike here. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Capco Park in front of a very nice crowd. Nice day as well, right off of the lake. The 1-1. That one comes across for a strike, 1-2. A couple of the Bullfrog players actually walked over to the lake before the game to check it out. Of course, I was unable to, but I've seen pictures of it from some other broadcasters actually that have gone down and taken the walk. Pitch swung on a skyrocketed fly ball into shallow, or deep center, I should say, where Alonzo Jones easily makes the play, however. It's a fly ball that stays up in the air for quite some time. Alonzo Jones easily gets underneath of it, checks his watch, then finally gets the ball in his glove. 1 out on the board. That'll bring up Tim Del Porto, the catcher. He's 1 for 1 on the day, managed a base hit, but then would be stranded at third his last time up. Watches the first breaking ball go by for a strike, an 0-1 count here. Bulkey deals in the 0-1. Swung on, nice. Well hit ball, grounded left side, but it's just to the left of the third base bag. Foul. And Del Porto goes down in the count 0-2. Been lucky over there at the third base bag today for the Frogs. His first game in a Bullfrogs uniform. 0-1. Breaking ball hits off the inside shoulder of Del Porto. That one got away from Bulkey. His first hit by pitch of the game. Or really the first free base that he's given up in the game. Has yet to walk a batter on balls, but a hit by pitch gets a runner over at first for the Chinooks. The Bullfrogs have had their struggles finding the strike zone this season. They lead the team, or the league, I should say, in walks. First pitch that the new batter sees, ground to first. Bourbon's there to make the grab, and he steps on the bag for the second out. 2 retired, but then it's enough to send Del Porto over to second base. So he's now in scoring position. And Drake Lubin, the center fielder, digs in. Lubin hit into a double play his last time up. We'll see what he can do here with 2 outs on the board and a runner in scoring position. Lubin comes into the game batting .309 on the year. Volke checks the runner at second and deals in the first pitch. It's a fastball that's wide, a 1-0 count. So an unassisted out ground ball over to Bourbon at first puts 2 outs on the board here. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead. Volke checks the runner at second, sends 1-0. Swung on, grounded to third. Leckie has it, the throw to first in time for the third out. It's a slow grounder over to first. He scoops it up cleanly. Thinks about tagging the runner that was running from second to third. Elects not to scramble with him, and he might as well just get the out at first. Throws it across the field, and it beats out the runner by a step. That will do it for the 5th frame. We're going to go on to the 6th after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Someone explain that to your parents. I was hurt by a flying fish. Bill 11. That one, get up of here. Gone. 9 seconds on the clock. Come on, let's at least see you get one.
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here on the campus of Concordia University. My name's Dylan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Top of the 6th inning about to get underway where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead over the Lakeshore Chinooks. Notably, they have been out-hit by the Chinooks 5 hits to 2. The Bullfrogs, however, have capitalized off of 2 errors against the Lakeshore Chinooks, scoring on a throwing error and scoring off of a Troy Johnston RBI single. Speaking of Troy Johnston, he digs in. He would get on base due to an error back in the 1st inning, and his last time up managed the RBI single. Swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it off back into the backstop and goes down in the count 0-1. Johnston, left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga University, stands back in. 0-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball. It runs wide. A 1-1 count. Austin Havikas still out on the bump for the Lakeshore Chinooks. He has pitched a good game thus far, despite the 2 runs that have come across. 1-1 pitch, swung on. It's a blooper into left field, and it's a base hit for the Bullfrogs. The second of the day for Troy Johnston. He continues his good play against the Lakeshore Chinooks. Coming into the game, Troy Johnston was batting .412 against this Chinooks team. We'll continue that here today as he's now 2 for 3. That will bring up the third baseman, Dan Leckie, batting in the 5-hole tonight, playing in his first game. He's 1 for 2, managed a base hit his last time up in the 3rd. Trying to follow up the leadoff hit by Troy Johnston. And that's a foul ball that goes all the way back into the stands in front of us, in fact. Nearly into the press box. Dan Leckie stands in with an 0-1 delivery. Swung on, liner to second. Throw to first, not in time. Nearly a double play there for Matthew Micah. It's a blooping foul ball to the second baseman, Micah, who grabs it in the air, or rather it was close to the ground, nearly off of the dirt. Troy Johnston, quick on his feet, however, managed to slide back in safely to first before he was caught between the paths. So one down will bring up Ben Hart, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Throw back to first. Johnson slides back safely. We're here in the top of the 6th inning where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 advantage. Ben Hart awaiting, batting .241 on the year. Fastball way inside, 1-0. Throw back to first. Johnson slides back in safely again. So still a 1-0 count here with an out on the board. Bullfrogs with a 2-0 advantage. Right-hander Austin Havikos steals one in. Snap throw to first, not in time. Troy Johnson slides in underneath the tag of DeSimone. So a 2-0 count now to Ben Hart. Hart, the redshirt junior out of Oakland University, the old guy on the team. Johnston off when he's caught between the paths. Throw to second, throw to first, throw to second, and Johnston's caught trying to slide into first base from the back by the shortstop Miller. Troy Johnston went off early. Austin Havikos hadn't thrown the ball yet. Johnston tried to time the jump perfectly, but he's too early on it. Havikos didn't really realize he had taken off until it was about halfway to second base. And then Johnston decides it's probably a better idea to go back the other way. Ben Hart lays down a bunt. The pitcher picks it up, throws it to first, and the side's retired. So Troy Johnston is caught stealing for the second out, and Ben Hart bunts right back to the pitcher for the third out. That will do it for the top of the 6th. To the bottom half we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Stream Network, whatever it is. Nonetheless, the Frogs are leading a 2-0. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Or is it someone new? Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here we're not in Green Bay. I was distracted. We are in Mequon on the campus of Concordia University. Pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs is number 11, as there has been a change. If my calculations are correct, Michael Bulkey was... Oh, no, it's still Michael Bulkey. Excuse me. Kind of in my notes says 13 for some reason, but all of the Bullfrogs, of course, changed up their jersey numbers here about 2 weeks ago. It's gotten me all confused. Nonetheless, we're here in the bottom of the 6th. Bulkey still out on the bump for the Frogs. He's pitched a great game thus far. Of course, 0-1 on the season, looking for his first win. Bullfrogs, they're looking for their first win here in the second half of the year. One pitch goes by Micah for a ball. The next one runs way outside for a ball as well. And so a 2-0 count now, no outs on the board. Matthew Micah stands in and waves his lumber around. Bulky comes set, kicks the leg and sends in the 2-0. Swung on, ground ball up the middle of the field. Shortstop has it in his glove to stop it from getting into the outfield, but he can't get up and throw it to first in time to beat out Micah. And a nice infield single for the second baseman puts a runner on here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Chinooks. So with no outs on the board, a runner on at first now. Tip your hat off to Richie Tecco there, the shortstop, to stop that ball there, but he's unable to make the transfer and the throw. Joe Duncan digs in now, batting .281 on the season. Duncan, the left fielder today, is 1 for 2. What he caught stealing back in the first inning. A 1-0 count here, no outs on the board, a runner over at first. Bullfrogs, I kind of hate to bring it up, I think I have to. They've been in the lead in their last 4 games, and they've lost all 4 of their last games. Hunter takes the lead at first, a hefty lead, in fact. Bulky's a little worried about him, so he steps off the mound. Things reset. The 1-0 delivery comes in. A slow bouncing grounder to Lecky. The throw to first in time. A nice stretch from Willie Bourbon. Retires first batter. It's enough to move Matthew Micah to second, however. And so 1 out on the board and a runner in scoring position for the Chinooks. That'll bring up Owen Miller, the shortstop. Miller is a 1 for 2 on the day. Dan Lucky, the third baseman, so far has played well over there at third base. Of course, the Frogs have had their troubles over there at the third base bag when it comes to Michael Bulky deals one in. Runner off from second. Throw to third in time. Oh! No, he's not. Not in time. He might have missed the tag, possibly. That is what happened. Chris Sabo, the head coach of the Green Bay Bullfrogs and field manager, runs out to have a word with the third base umpire. The throw was definitely in time, no doubt about that one. I think what might have happened was Lecky missed the tag. He swiped down, and I think it was a nifty move by Micah that gets the leg past Lecky there and gets him under third. So Plunkett will be frustrated because he thought he caught another runner stealing. The throw was there, the tag missed. Chris Samo's conference has come to a close. He gets back into the dugout, and Owen Miller takes back in. A breaking ball comes across for a strike, and it evens the count 1-1 here with an out on the board. Runner over at 30 here. Lakeshore Chinooks now, they're looking to tack a run off of this Bullfrogs lead. Bulky deals in the 1-1. Bad ball, well hit liner into center. Alonzo Jones has it, runner tags. Throw home is not going to be in time, and Micah comes across to score. A sacrifice fly RBI for Owen Miller gives the Chinooks their first run of the day. Bullfrogs now have a just 1-run lead. They lead 2-1. Nick Gatewood will now dig in for the Chinooks. Has been a great spot in this lineup for the Chinooks all season. The All-Star swings at the first pitch. Sees line drive to short. Richie Tecco makes the leaping grab, and the sides retire. The Lakeshore Chinooks get one across here in the bottom of the 6th. On to the top half we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy. for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in Wisconsin is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Available at wheelsprocket.com. Wheels Sprocket. Life is yours. Enjoy your ride.
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here in Mequon, Wisconsin. My name is Tonight, voice of the Bullfrogs, top of the 7th inning, about to get underway. It's Decades Night here in Mequon, so the music has changed every 10 years for every side of the inning. We're all the way up to 1990 now.
Number 36.
The new pitcher out on the mound, it'll be Luke Summerfeld out on the mound for the Lake George Canucks here. So Austin's Havoc Day comes to a close. He had a good one. We'll give you his final stats here in a moment. Summerfeld rocks back and sends in his first pitch of the day. It's an 89-mile-per-hour dart that finds the lower inside portion of the plate and a 1 count. Summerfeld rocks back and sends in the 0-1. That's another fastball, or changeup rather, I should say. That runs inside. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Summerfeld out on the bump, kicks the leg and sends in the 1-1. Swung on a slicing fly ball left field. That drops fair. Willie Bourbon rounding first, however, and it's a base hit for Bourbon. He continues his good play for the Bullfrogs. I mentioned it. He's really struggled at the season. Of course, batting below 170 at times. Last night would have his first multi-hit day in nearly 15 games. And then today will continue his good hitting. Managed to hit here in the 7th inning and leads off the 7th with a base hit. He stands over at first and Zach Plunkett digs in. The catcher watches a fastball run low, a 1-0 count. Plunkett last night was called upon to pinch hit in the bottom of the 9th inning to try to tie the game up. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. However, he would go down swinging, ending the game with the tying run at the plate. Bullfrogs, as I've mentioned earlier, have lost their last 5 games in a row with the tying run either on base or at the plate. 1-1 pitch runs wide, 2-1. So despite the fact that they are 0-4 here in the second half of the year and on a 6-game skid, it's not like they've been getting blown out. They've been playing some solid baseball. They just aren't getting as many runs as the other team. 2-1. Swung on, popped up, foul territory. Tracking back is the catcher, but it drops foul at the backstop netting. Evens the count, 2-2. Zach Plunkett, the University of Arkansas product, transferred in from TCU, so he sat out this past season and redshirted. The sophomore readjusts his batting gloves and stands back in, and the new pitcher, Luke Summerfeld, stands in. He's already allowed a hit in his first batter face. Summerfeld on the season with a 6.05 ERA. 2-2 hit, 1 gone, a well-hit liner to center. That's going to drop fair, and that's going to be a base hit for Zach Plunkett. So the 2 guys that have struggled this season both gets hits here in the 7th inning. There's only 2 batters on this Bullfrogs roster that has a batting average below 200, and they both manage hits here in the 7th. I don't know how many times we've been able to say that this season. But Rich shortstop now digs in. Tycho on the day, 0 for 2. Has just 1 hit since his time in a Bullfrogs uniform. Shows Bennett laid it down. It's picked up, and the throw to first is in time. A perfectly executed sacrifice bunt there by Richie Tycho. I like the call by Chris Sabo. We haven't really seen Sabo throws too many of those sacrifice bunt signs up, or for that matter, pinch hit signs up, but he's done it over the past 2 days. Of course, shows the bunt sign there. Tecco lays down a perfect one. It moves the runners and Plunkett and Bourbon in scoring position. Bourbon at third and Plunkett at second now. And it'll bring up the best batter on the Bullfrogs roster, and Alonzo Jones. Jones batting .352 on the year. First pitch he sees, fastball high, 1-0. Jones on the day 0 for 2. Would have managed one hit last night. Would be left on deck last night. 1-0. Another fastball, 91 mile per hour heat from Summerfield. And so a 2-0 count now. And I think they're going to intentionally walk Alonzo Jr. So they're going to load the bases here and put Riley Smith on deck. 3-0 pitch is outside, and they intentionally walk Alonzo Jones. First time the Frogs batter has been intentionally walked this season, and not a bad call whatsoever by Lakeshore here. It's a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Bullfrogs. The Frogs put 2 runners in scoring position with a sacrifice bunt, and Riley Smith will now dig in. Alonzo Jones, arguably one of the best batters in the Northwoods League for that matter. You don't want to risk him hitting a double there, and instead you just walk him and set up the double play. Smith digs in. First pitch he sees, fastball wide, 1-0. So we'll see if the tactics work for the Lakeshore Chinooks here. Smith on the season batting .300 for the Bullfrogs. This just his 11th game played. 1-0. That one finds the outside corner and evens it up 1-1 here. So the Bullfrogs holding on to a 1-0 lead here, trying to tack on a couple more. Lakeshore Chinooks steal in the 1-1. Slow grounder, throw to first in time, but the Bullfrogs score a run. Riley Smith swings at the 1-1 pitch, and it's a slow grounder into the infield. If it was a harder hit ball by Smith, that's probably going to be a double play. But because Smith doesn't get all of it, the third baseman, Matt Birch, has no other option but to throw it over across the field to first. So it's a fielder, or rather, no, it's not. It's a I can't talk here. It's an RBI for Riley Smith as he hits into the ground out, and it'll bring up Mikey Falia. Falia on the day 0 for 2. Watches one go by for a strike just a bit high. 0-1. Falia would steal a base back in the third and come around to score. 0-1. Fastball that bounces across the plate and gets away from the catcher. Zach Plunkett comes across to score, and it's a wild pitch that scores Plunkett. The Frogs take a 4-1 lead. The Bullfrogs 2-2 against the Lakeshore Chinooks this season. Take a 3-run lead here in the top of the 7th inning. It's a wild pitch from Luke Summerfeld that scores Plunkett. Mikey Falia swings at the 1-1. Grounder to short, throw to first in time. Sides retire. Falia frustrated for not managing a hit there. Throws his helmet off his head over by the first base bag. But the Bullfrogs take a 4-1 lead. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th after this. Frogs lead 4-1.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Wiggins, are you ready to go? He was watching his hands. Sorry about that.
Take me out to the garden, take me out to the crowd.
That's only like 70 pitches on the
Is he really?
I don't care if I ever get back for it. Root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here on the campus of Concordia University. Bottom of the 7th inning, about to get underway as the 7th inning stretch blares in the background. It is a great evening for baseball. Partly cloudy night, about 75 degrees or so. A nice breeze in the air coming off of the lake here. And then for the Bullfrogs, it's a lead. The Frogs lead 4-1 over the Lakeshore Chinooks, and it's still Michael Bolke out on the bump for the Frogs tonight. He's allowed 6 hits, but has allowed just 1 run. It came off a sacrifice fly off of the bat of Owen Miller. Currently sitting at just around 70 pitches on the night. And so if he pitches some good innings here, we might be looking at a complete game for Bolke. Bolke coming into the game had his struggles, had a 5.55 ERA coming into the contest, and an 0-1 record. First pitch is swung on and fouled back past the press box, and it moves the count to 0-1. Daniel DeSimone is dug in for the Lakeshore Chinooks on the day. He is 0 for 2. The strikeout and hitting into a double play back his last time up. Takes a cut at the 0-1 and misses. A nice breaking ball from Bolke sends DeSimone chasing, and it's an 0-2 count. DeSimone batting just under 300 on the season. First baseman digs back in, and Bolke steps off the rubber, now toes it again, and comes set. Bolke stares him down, rocks back and sends in the 0-2. Fastball wide, trying to get DeSimone to chase there, but he was disciplined, and it's a 1-2 count. Michael Bolke, who I mentioned, out of Bethel University, a Division III school, 0-1. Breaking ball wide. Evens the count 2-2. He would be named to the 2017 All-MIAC Conference as a pitcher. 2-2. Swung on. Nice, well-hit liner into right field. That's a base hit for the Lakeshore Chinooks. It's the first of the day for DeSimone, and it's the 7th altogether for the Chinooks. So a base hit to lead off the 7th frame will bring up Caleb Dean, the right fielder. A frozen rope to right field puts a runner on, and Caleb Dean, the right fielder, will dig in. 0 for 2 on the day, batting .230 on the year. First pitch he sees, fastball inside, 1-0. Bolke comes set, throw back to first. DeSimone easily slides back in safely. Bullfrogs on the night have 5 hits to the Lakeshore 7. Lakeshore with 2 errors, the Bullfrogs with none. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back into the backstop netting. A 1-1 count now. Bullfrogs back home tomorrow at Joanne Stadium for Superhero Night. Everyone that shows up in a superhero costume will get free admission. Throw back to first. Runner slides back safely. That game scheduled for 6:35 tomorrow evening. Standing on deck for the Chinooks is Dole Portel. 1-1. Snap throw to first. Nice scoop there by Bourbon. That could have got into right field easily. It's not in time, of course, as DeSimone slides back safely. Plunkett's quick with those snap throws. You don't really know when he's going to go for it. He's able to throw you out from the knees. 2-1. Finds the outside corner. Evens the count 2-2, an 82-mile-per-hour dart. That was pretty close. Plunkett left it up there, and umpire rung him up. That one way away, gets away from Plunkett, in fact, and the runner gets all the way over to second very easily. It's a breaking ball that breaks so far inside that Plunkett can't even put his mitt on it. Had some nasty spin on it, but You got to get those in the strike zone for it to be impressive. So a full count now to Dean. Michael Bolke comes set, checks the runner at second, and DeSimone and deals. Swung on, ground ball to short. Tecco has it, the throw to first. Not in time. An infield single for Caleb Dean. It's a ground ball straight to the shortstop, Tecco. Tecco scoops it up, kind of glances over to Ben Leckie at third. Almost looked like he wanted to give him a shovel pass to get the runner out at third. Then he elects to throw it across the field to just try to get the shore out, but Caleb Dean gets there safely. If Tecco doesn't hesitate there, it's likely going to be an out. But now with no outs on the board, 2 runners on. Del Porto digs in. Watches a fastball go by for a strike and 0-1 count. Del Porto on the season, batting .250. 0-1 pitch, swung on, found away right side, out of play over into the play area on this campus of Concordia. There's a nice park over there, some picnic tables just past the bleacher seating. Can fit a lot of people in this park here. Del Porto in his first game in a uniform for the Lakeshore Chinook. 0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back.
13 Ks with only 99 pitches. That's amazing. That guy is just incredible. That's the first time it's ever been done. I believe it.
Runners on the corners here. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning where the Bullfrogs lead 4-1. Michael Bolke looking for his first out of the inning, and Del Porto will call time. Bullfrogs do have a left-hander warming up in the pen for the Frogs. We'll tell you who it is if he does come out here and play. Oh, 2 pitch. That one runs wide. Michael Bolke comes set. It's a 1-2 count. This at bat taking a little bit of time. 1-2. That one runs wide. It's a strikeout. Bolke got Tim Del Porto to chase after that one. So 1 out on the board.
Third baseman, Matt Birch.
Matt Birch, the third baseman for the Lakeshore Sharks, now digs in. Birch on the day batting 179. And Chris Sabo is going to come out and have a word with his pitcher in Michael Bolke.
Here's the pitch from each of Churchill. I think Fritzy may have seen enough. He's walking out to the mound and calling to the bullpen. Let's see who he wants.
I'm in there.
I tell you, somebody's got a nice grill full of users down there. Wait a
It
minute.
was.
It looks like he's calling to the front. Yep, I tell you, anytime it's a great guy, using your something. Hey, buddy.
I'm in my deck too. He deserves to finish.
So Chris Sabo's going to leave his pitcher and Bolke out on the bump here.
Located both at the main bar and the fishing hole on the third base side. It's brought to you by the Solu Winery. You can also find the Solu Winery at Cascade at the Highlands Hunt Club.
First pitch that Matt Birch sees. Misses the zone, 1-0. One-0 pitch. That one's wide. So a 1-1 count here. One delivery. That's a breaking ball that runs left. So 2-1 count now. Here with an out on the board. Swung on. Ground ball to first. That one gets away from the first baseman, and it's an infield single for Birch. The Lakeshore Chinooks get a run across. It's a grounder right side over towards the first baseman, Willie Bourbon. He running to his right, scoops it up, or rather misses trying to scoop it up. Second baseman Riley Smith goes over to cover Bourbon's position, and he can't get to it. And by the time he gets his glove on it, the runner comes over. New batter, Drake Lubin. Watches one go by for a ball, a 1-0 count here. Michael Bolke, the right-handed pitcher, comes set. Checks the runner in second, kicks the leg, sends in the 1-0. Grounded right to Bolke, it's off his glove. Picks it back up, and a throw over to first gets the second out. If Michael Bolke can field that grounder right back to him cleanly, it could be a double play, and it could be the end of the inning for the Bullfrogs. However, he closed his glove too early, and it just ricocheted off the closed mitt into the dirt. Bolke picked it up and threw it to first in time to get the out at first, but it moves both runners over. So runners at second and third with 2 outs on the board now. We're back up to the top of the lineup. Matthew Micah stands in. First pitch comes across, strike right in there over the plate, 0-1. Matthew Micah, that's exactly who you want to come up to the plate if you are a Chinooks fan. Batting 343 coming into the game. 0-1, swung on, grounded to second. Smith has it, the throw to first in time, and the Bullfrogs get out of the jam. They leave 2 runners stranded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. On to the 8th we go, and the Bullfrogs, they currently have a 4-2 lead over the Chinooks. The Chinooks get a run across the bottom half of the inning. However, the Bullfrogs with a 2-run lead. Stay tuned. You're listening to the W Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Winning number is green ticket 149976.
Hello and welcome back to we're not in Green Bay. That's the second time I've done that. We are here at Capco Park on the campus of Concordia University in Mequon, Wisconsin.
To the 2000s, the decade of social media and iPhones. Plus, when the Brewers return to the playoffs.
Top of the 8th inning, about to get underway, and Troy Johnston digs in. Watches a fastball run by low, 1-0. It's still Luke Summerfield out on the bump for the Chinooks. One-0 pitch. That one goes by low also. And Johnson gets ahead in the count, 2-0. Summerfield rocks back, sends in the 2-0. Swung on a high fly ball into center field. Drake Lubin underneath of it grabs the out for the first inning. First out of the inning, rather. So one down after the fly ball from Troy Johnston will bring up the newcomer to the team in Ben Leckie. Johnston on the day is 2 for 4 now after the fly out. Dan Leckie digs in. He's 1 for 3. The right-handed hitter out of the College of Lafayette. First pitch he sees, fastball right across the plate, 0-1. Rather a changeup, 74 miles per hour. Took some off of that one. 0-1 pitch. Way wide. And it moves the count to a ball and a strike. 1 out on the board here, top of the 8th inning. Bullfrogs lead by 2, 4-2. Right-handed pitcher Summerfield Stares him down. Rocks back, sends in the 1-1. That's a fastball that finds the outside portion. 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That one's wide. And it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here and out on the board. Ben Likely digs in, and the 2-2 pitch comes in. Fly drive right back to the pitcher. Welcome to the Northwoods League, Ben, where Luke Summerfield will have nothing of it. A liner right back to the pitcher. Moves his glove about 3 inches up, and he's got the ball in his mitt for the second out. That'll bring up Ben Hart, the designated hitter. Today, Hart is 0 for 3. His last time up, he would ground out to the pitcher. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Ground ball to short, the throw to first. Off the bag, but the tag is made for the third out. So just like that, the Bullfrogs go down in order. 1, 2, 3. That will do it for the top of the 8th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 8th here. It should be a new pitcher coming out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. We'll see who it is. But Michael Bulkey's day has come to a close, and it has been a good one. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Ivanka.
UPS Employment Group has been connecting good employers with dedicated employees for more than 3 decades.
Right here.
UPS is representing for honesty, fairness, compassion, and a better life for tens of thousands of people just like you. Want to make a change? UPS is now hiring for a range of positions from light industrial to office and professional at great companies. To search jobs and apply directly, visit UPSWorks.com. Franklin is proud to be the official batting glove of the Northwoods League. Throughout the summer, 20 Northwoods League teams are wearing their very own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own.
1 second, have some quick technical difficulties.
Enter the code FWL20 for 20% off your purchase. For team sales, email teamsales at franklinsports.com. From the Northwoods League to the major.
Sorry about the quick delay there. Back with you. There's a new pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, and that's what was taking the quick delay there. It's Ethan Ivanko, left-handed pitcher. Stands in out there out of Grand Canyon University. Left-handed pitcher coming off of Tommy John surgery. So we'll see what he can do here for the Bullfrogs as he tries to get back into a groove, get some new innings pitched. Was playing out in the Arizona League earlier in the summer, but finds himself here in Green Bay here for the rest of it. 1-1 pitch runs low in the count, so it's a 2-1 count. Ivanko notably throwing about 87 there, so he would already be one of the fastest, hardest throwing pitchers in the bullpen for the Frogs. 2-1. Swung on, grounded to third. Leckie can't handle it. The throw to first is not going to be in time. It was a ground ball over to the third baseman, Dan Leckie. The ball got stuck between the turf and his glove. When he went down to put his glove down, he kind of smothered the ball into the turf, and he could never grab it with his glove, and it's enough to get the runner over. So it's the first error of the day that the Bullfrogs have given up, and it's an E5. That will bring up the new batter, Owen Miller. Miller, the shortstop on the day, is 1 for 3 with a sac fly RBI. Managed a base hit back in the 4th inning as well. Watches the first one run inside 0-1. Miller only 7 games played in a Chinooks uniform, but has played great, batting .517. Ethan Ivanko deals in another one. That one runs inside to a 1-1 count here. I'm already impressed with Ivanko. Fastball hitting 87 or so. Left-handed pitcher comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 1-1. Swung on, a well-hit liner into center. Alonzo Jones is there, however. He makes the grab. So one down after the frozen rope to center, and it will bring up Nick Gatewood, the all-star designated hitter. Gatewood 1 for 3 on the day, his last time up, with line out to shortstop. Gatewood on the season for the Lakeshore Chinooks comes into the game supporting a batting average of .336. The righty stands in. First pitch to him does not come in, as Ivanko, a little worried about the runner over at first, deals it over there. Runner over there, and Duncan gets back safely. Ivanko now comes set, the lefty. Sends one in. Swung on, a well-hit grounder to second in time. Throw to short in time. Throw to first in time. A 4-6-3 double play, the third of the day that the Bullfrogs have executed. And it's the end of the 8th. The Bullfrogs, 1 inning away of getting a much-needed victory. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts. Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Hello and welcome back to Capco Park here in the top of the 9th inning. My name's Nolan Knight. Ethan Ivanko had a great first inning out on the mound in a Bullfrogs uniform, would force a double play and get the Bullfrogs out of the 8th. He would only face 3 batters in the inning, and we're here in the 9th. The Frogs are 1 inning away from grabbing their first victory in 6 games. On a Northwoods League worst 6-game losing streak in a Northwoods League worst start to the second half at 0-4. As I've mentioned, they have had the tying run either at the plate or on a base in all 5, or rather 5 out of their last 6 losses. And so they're a team that's been in games. They've just been on the wrong side of the win column. The win-loss column, I should say. But coming up to bat for the Green Bay Bullfrogs here in this 9th inning will be Willie Bourbon, Zach Plunkett, and Richie Tacko. So the 7, 8, 9 hitters here due up. 7, 8, 9 hitters, or rather the 7 and 8 hitters, got it done in the 7th inning, as Willie Bourbon and Zach Plunkett would both manage hits. And both come across to score as well, as Willie Bourbon looks to start things off here in the 9th on the right foot for the Bullfrogs and gives his team some momentum. Bourbon, the left-handed hitter out of Northwestern, stands in. First pitch to him. Fastball wide. Finds the outside corner, 0-1. New pitcher out on the bump for the Lakeshore Chinooks is Ryland Thomas. Thomas, the right-handed pitcher, rocks back and sends in the 0-1. That one just misses the zone, a 90-mile-per-hour dart. A 1-1 count now, no outs on the board. The 1-1, that one runs inside. Bourbon has to lean away from that one. Bourbon waves his lumber around. He awaits. 2-1 pitch. That one misses. An 89 mile per hour fastball. And it's a 3-1 count now. Bullfrogs looking to create some spark of momentum here in the 9th inning. That one swung on, grounded to first, underhand to the pitcher, and the out is made. Beating Willie Bourbon by a solid 5 or 6 steps. One retired. Thomas looking to shut down the Bullfrogs here and give his Lakeshore Chinooks team, who here recently have been on fire offensively. They haven't had a bad night tonight either. 9 hits, but the Bullfrogs have held them to just 2 runs. An impressive feat. Zach Plunkett now digs in. Right-handed hitter out of the University of Arkansas. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Zach Plunkett on the day is 1 for 3. Junior out of Arkansas stands back in. Touches home plate a few times and now awaits. 0-1 pitch, another fastball that finds the inside corner. Those fans here that have stuck around for the later portions of this game enjoying it, and they give a nice applause to the 0-2 count. 0-2, swung on, a well-hit fly ball, foul territory, however. Over into the play pin area where Ken gets a souvenir. He's pumped about it too, getting some high fives and whatnot from his buddies. 0-2 pitch to Plunkett, fastball. That runs high, a 1-2 count now, 1 out on the board. Plunkett playing a bit better here recently than he has in the past. Managed a hit today and would hit a home run a few days back. 1-2 pitch into him. Breaking ball that runs inside. And it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Bullfrogs will be back in Joe Annie Stadium tomorrow to take on this Lakeshore Chinooks team at 6:35 for Superhero Day. Plunkett stretches and now stands back in, looking for his 2nd hit of the day. The 2-2 pitch. Just misses the zone there. A changeup that runs high and a full count. Plunkett awaits. Thomas deals. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for Thomas. He's retired the first 2 batters he's faced. That will bring up Richie Tecco, the shortstop. Tecco on the day for the Bullfrogs is 0 for 3. His last time up would lay down a sacrifice bunt. It would be important to the Bullfrogs putting 2 runs across in the 7th, as it would put 2 runners in scoring position, both of which came around to score. First pitch that comes into Tecco is an 89 mile per hour fastball. That's at the chin. He has to lean away from that one. Now a 1-0 count. Tecco stands in with the batting sleeve on his right arm. Bit of an oversized jersey, I have to admit. 1-0. Fastball that comes across. 1-1. He's supporting the baggy clothes, but he didn't have much to choose from, of course. When you come in late into the summer, everyone's already got their right-sized jersey, so if you join late, you kind of look a little goofy. 1-1 pitch, swung on, found away left side, a 1-2 count now. Supporting, I think, an extra-large jersey, but could probably fit a small. Stands at just 5'9", 150. 1-2. Fastball, swung on and fouled back. Tecco stays alive. Has just 1 hit in a Frogs uniform, that coming last night, but does have 2 RBIs. Would manage an RBI last night as well. 1-2 pitch from Thomas. Swing and just gets a piece of it. Tecco stands in. Staying alive here. He's fouled off a couple. Thomas, the right-handed pitcher, rocks back and sends in the 1-2. Swung on. That one's fouled away left side as well. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs would be Alonzo Jones, who who was 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. Was intentionally walked his last time up. Ryland Thomas comes set. Tenko finding off pitches. 1-2 count. Pitch comes in high and inside. Deuce is wild here in the top of the ninth. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bullfrogs have a 2-run lead, 4-2. The delivery. Swung on, that's fouled away right side. Off the end of the bat and towards the dugouts of the Chinooks. Tenko fighting to stay on base here. If he can, it'll bring up the team's best hitter in Alonzo Jones. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that runs high. Just missing the zone. Thomas and the entire infield had already taken 3 steps towards their dugout. They thought they got out of it. They don't, however, and it's a full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Tenko fighting to stay alive. Has worked his way back into the count after going down 2-1. It's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs on the board. Richie Tenko awaits. Thomas deals in the payoff. Fastball finds the zone, a backwards K. A well-earned second strikeout from Ryland Thomas. Gives his Lakeshore Chinooks team some momentum moving in to the bottom of the 9th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. The Frogs 3 outs away from grabbing their first win of the second half of the year. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Looking to get a save here for the Frogs tonight. He gets the nod out on the bump here in the 9th inning. So Ethan Ivanko's day has come to a close. He comes in to pitch 1 inning in the 8th and forced a double play that got the Frogs out of the inning. Darren Kelly on the season for the Bullfrogs has a 2.34 ERA. He has an 0-1 record, and on the year has managed to come in and record 2 saves. Looking for his 3rd here as the Bullfrogs lead 4-2. Due up for the Lakeshore Chinooks here in this 9th inning will be Daniel DeSimone, Caleb Dean, and Tim Dolporto. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. DeSimone on the day for the Lakeshore Chinooks has gone 1 for 3. Managed to single his last time up, but would hit into a double play back in the 4th. He digs in. Kelly stares him down. The Alabama State right-hander throws in a fastball that comes in high. DeSimone checks, swung at it. Appeal down to first, did not go around. The 1-0 delivery. Breaking ball way inside. Good Lord, that could have been dangerous. DeSimone leans away from it. Just missing a curveball to the face. 2-0 pitch. Runs away for ball 3. Now a 3-0 count. Darren Kelly not off to a good start here in the 9th inning. See if he can find the zone here now. DeSimone digs in, 3-0 to him. Fastball right across Broadway. There's the strike zone, Kelly. And a 3-1 count. The Bullfrogs have lost so many close games, you gotta root for them here. 3-1 pitch, runs inside, ball four. Runner on base now for the Lakeshore Chinooks, and the tying run will come to the plate. It'll be Caleb Dean.
Right fielder, Caleb Dean.
Dean on the season for the Lakeshore Chinooks, struggling a bit. Batting .234 on the year, has 4 doubles to his name and 14 RBIs. Kelly stares him down, deals it in. Fastball that gets away from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. $1 rally popcorn.
5 of his 6 pitches thrown has now been balls. Chinooks looking to rally here. 1-0. Fastball that runs high and inside, a 2-0 count now. Darren Kelly has now thrown 6 balls of the 7 pitches. Zach Plunkett pops up and goes and has a quick word with his pitcher and Darren Kelly. We're here in the bottom of the 9th where the Bullfrogs lead 4-2. Darren Kelly looking for a save. The Chinooks looking for a rally victory. Tyne runs at the plate and the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Just gets a piece of it, fouling it back into the backstop netting. Kelly gets one back against him, and now a 2-1 count with no outs on the board. DeSimone takes the lead at first. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, grounded to short. Tecco has it, Smith has it, and Bourbon has it for the 6-4-3 double play. Taking the life out of this stadium that had kind of come to life after the walk in the 2-0 count. Darren Kelly forces the Chinooks to hit into the double play, and it's the 4th double play that the Frogs have completed tonight. And what has been a very good defensive night. Just 1 error. Del Porto digs in now for the Chinooks with nobody on and 2 outs on the board, and watches a fastball run inside. A 1-0 count. Del Porto on the day is 1 for 2. Managed his first base hit in a Chinooks uniform back in the 3rd inning. Would be hit by a pitch in the 5th and struck out in the 7th. 1-1 count to him. Breaking ball, that's in there. Bullfrogs a strike away from stopping the 6-game losing skid. 1-2 pitch from Kelly. Breaking ball wide. 2-2 count now. Frogs trying to cling on to this win. They managed just 5 hits on the night to the Lakeshore's 9. The 2-2 pitch to Del Porto. Swing and a miss, and the Frogs do it. They finally get their first win of this second half of the season. They move to 1-4 on the year, on the second half of the season, I should say, and they end their 6-game losing streak. A much, much, much needed victory for the Bullfrogs. As I had mentioned, they had lost their last 5 games with the tying run on the base or at the plate. However, tonight, going into the 9th, they take a 4-2 lead, and they come out of it with a 4-2 victory. Stay tuned for the second half, or rather for the post-game show, I should say, where we take a dive into the box score, give you the scores from around the league, and tell you your Roar Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game. Michael Bolke gets the win tonight for the Bullfrogs, and the starting pitcher for the Lakeshore Chinooks gets the loss. And that'll do it here in Mequon. Stay tuned for the post-game show. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Find the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish. Add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza,
home of the best lunch buffet in town.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Mequon, Wisconsin. We're celebrating tonight, folks. The Bullfrogs finally ended their 6-game losing skid. We knew it was a matter of time. We knew it was bound to happen, and finally it happens on this Sunday night. The Bullfrogs beat the Lakeshore Chinooks 4-2, grabbing their first win of the second half of the season, moving to 1-4. They had been swept in their past 3 series. Not going to get swept against the Lakeshore Chinooks. In fact, they're going to look to complete the sweep tomorrow against the Chinooks at home. The Bullfrogs now 3-2 against the Chinooks so far this season as they win tonight 4-2. Let's take a look at the scores around the league, and then we'll take a look at the in-depth box score. Things starting off with the Waterloo Bucks. They got the first game of the day in. They beat the Rochester Hawkers 4-6. The Eau Claire Express put it on the Duluth Huskies. They win 6-1 in a 2-hour game. The Battle Creek Bombers beat the Wisconsin Woodchucks 9-7. The Wisconsin Rapids Raptors beat the Kenosha Kingfish 10-8. The Kalamazoo Growlers beat the Rockford Rivets 4-3. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders beat the Madison Mallards on the road 8-3. The Mankato Moondogs, they have a 6-4 lead in the top of the 7th. The St. Cloud Rocks are tied up with the Bismarck Larks 4-4. The Thunder Bay Border Cats have a 5-3 lead in the top of the 5th inning over the Wilmer Stingers. And your final here at Lakeshore, Green Bay Bullfrogs 4, Lakeshore Chinooks 2 in a game that took 2 hours and 11 minutes. Let's take a look at the in-depth box score presented by the Knight family. Winning pitcher on the night will be Michael Bolke. Your losing pitcher, Austin Havacost. And your saving pitcher, Darren Kelly. For your Bullfrogs, notable box scores from the top to the bottom. Alonzo Jones 0-2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Riley Smith would go 0-3 with an RBI and a walk. Mikey Falia would go 0-3 with the run scored. Troy Johnson went 2-4 with an RBI. Dan Leckie, he went 1-4. Ben Hartz went 0-4. Willie Bourbon, he went 1-4 with the run. Zach Plunkett went 1-4 with the run, and Richie Tecco went 0-3. The Lakeshore Chinooks would manage 9 hits on the night to the Bullfrogs just 5. The Frogs would have 1 error, but the Lakeshore Chinooks would have 2. Notable box scores for the Lakeshore Chinooks. One player managed a multi-hit day. It was Birch. He went 2-3. The only Lakeshore Chinook not to get a hit tonight was Drake Lubin. He went 0-3. Mikey Falia gets the lone stolen base today for the Bullfrogs, and Troy Johnson and Riley Smith grab RBIs. Your winning pitcher on the night, Michael Bolke, pitched 7 innings, allowed just 2 earned runs, and struck out 4 in the victory. Ethan Ivanko, he pitched 1 inning, did not allow a run, a walk, did not strike anyone, and did not allow a hit. Darren Kelly, he would not allow a hit, would walk 1 and strike out 1 to get the save in the bottom of the 9th inning. Your losing pitcher for the Lakeshore Chinooks went 6 innings. He allowed only 3 hits, would walk just 2, but 1 earned 1 would come across against him, 2 runs altogether. He would strike out 4 and gets the loss. Sommerfeld came in to pitch 2 innings. He allowed 2 earned runs and allowed 2 hits, would not strike out a batter, and walked 1. Riley Thomas would close out the game in the top of the 9th. He struck out 2 Bullfrogs. That will do it here in Mequon. Your final score one last time. Bullfrogs 4, Lakeshore Chinooks 2. The Bullfrogs improved to 1-4 in the second half of the season, and the Lakeshore Chinooks dropped to 2-3 on the year. The Chinooks altogether 20-20 overall, and the Green Bay Bullfrogs 13-27. Stay tuned until tomorrow when the Bullfrogs travel back home to take on the Chinooks on a Monday night. That game scheduled for 7:05. I think I mentioned 6:35 a couple of times, but it's 7:05 first start on Monday night at Joe Annie's Stadium. As always, it's a pleasure calling Green Bay Bullfrogs baseball on the WOCO Sports Stream here on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. For myself and for Lincoln, out sticking with me throughout the game and helping me out with the commercials and whatnot, have a great rest of your weekend. As always, thanks for lending your ears, and peace.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn, Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn, Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brew Pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Wits Piggly Wiggly. Also by American Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.